Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. Thank you so much for all this support on this channel, the liking, sharing, and watching our art. We don't take it for granted. So I made a video a few weeks ago about the girl that died in Chrisland, and I did a follow-up video, and I also made a video telling you guys how somebody came to my comment section and asked me to stop talking about this thing, stop asking them to close down the school. But as God will have it, Lagos State governor, through the Ministry of Education of Lagos State, decided to close down the school temporarily till when everything is sorted out. One of the things I just saw on the internet is the mother of that girl coming out again to speak about what has been happening. What is surprising is the fact that people, are in that school, and instead of the school to tell this woman the truth. What is there? Anybody can have an accident. The one that is what is making me offended is that if you know your hands are clean, you just come out, tell the parents this is the problem. And the thing is, the same thing I said in the other days, that the mother of that child was in that school at the time this thing had just happened. They would have just told her so that everybody will walk around. If she even has a hospital close by, it will be easy for people to take that child to that hospital. But they kept on lying and saying that the girl has always been a sickly child. And now the woman was like telling the school, you people should come out clean, that she doesn't want to do autopsy on this child because she has read up on autopsy and seen that it's a very gory picture of what is going to happen, and if she doesn't want to open up her child, that she has bought the casket already, she doesn't want to open up her child, that they should just come out plain and say. Like, for me, what I was saying is that accident is accident. If nobody will wish to go and hit somebody or take somebody's life when it's not like people are quarreling. I don't know if you understand. So come out clean and say this is the problem. And parents are still keeping their children in that kind of school, a school that is negligent. And the thing that is paining me right now, when the parents kept asking for questions, the father and mother of this child had asked the school, please tell us the truth. We just want to know why this girl died before they bury the girl. Do you know that they didn't tell? They went to bring plenty lawyers. Each time they are going for meetings, they'll be bringing lawyers. I don't know why people are like this. Why not? See, let me tell you something. If you offend somebody or you do something to somebody, no matter how grievous that offense is, and you take responsibility first, I'm telling you the truth, the parent will not be angry. If they even told the parent that, see what happened, the child went to buy something and got electrocuted, is a different thing. The parent will be like, wow, so that was what happened. This whole matter wouldn't have been prolonging, but schools are always, trying to protect themselves and push the responsibility on the parent. Now, they discovered that when the autopsy happened, they discovered that the girl was menstruating as at the time this thing happened. They took part of her brain because as she fell, she hit her head. They took part of her brain, they took part of her liver, they took part of her kidney, and they found out that this girl was electrocuted. If you are watching this video, is it true that if a child is electrocuted or a child fell inside a well or a child did something, is it true that parents will just come and start having issues with you? No. Present it as an accident, and the parents will know that accident can happen to anybody. But when you begin to start cutting corners, trying to make excuses for the school, it's really painful. I know I'm going to play the video of this woman so that you guys will see. A mother does not deserve to go through this. And people on the comment section were saying it. They're like, why do schools do this? Until a school is held responsible, they will continue doing this. Just tell the parent what happened, exactly how it happened. And now they came up again, wrote a letter to the parent of the girl and said that they tried their best, they tried all their possible best, humanly possible, to save the child's life. But what we are saying is that at the point this thing happened, the girl's mother had just come into school. And the thing that people are saying even on the comment section is that why should a child be electrocuted and hit her head? And that child had died while in school. And they just took the child to a health center to fulfill all righteousness, just to cover up their tracks. That's to show you how negligent they are. Number one, they did not even carry ambulance to that place where children that are over 500 were doing inter-hospital. What if a child slumped? Normal, not a child can just run and slump because of maybe oxygen, not having enough oxygen. They did not put those things in place. And now they are trying to bring lawyers. So they have money to bring lawyers where they didn't have money to bring ambulance. They didn't have money to bring all the first aid people who are into first aid, to man them in that place so that they can take care of people's children. You can imagine somebody was saying that from the time she heard the voice note of the one of the pupils in that school. They knew that the school was negligent, and the school do not want to accept that. They don't want to take responsibility. Remember, the same school flew a child to Dubai, and that child was, you know, caught in an act with all the children. Remember that it was the mother of that child that the responsibility was shifted to. They say the child had a TikTok account and all that. If those things were not even happening in the school, how would that child, even be involved in that kind of a thing? It shows that even in that school, children carry phones to school. It shows that in that school, children are, being caught up in that kind of a thing. And that is why before you send your child to a school, be sure that the school is a school that has a high moral standing, so that your child will be safe, because evil company corrupts good manners. That's why I've seen that even from the time that I pull my children from their former school, I've seen a lot of changes, because your children will come back with different kind of vulgar words that they'll be saying, abusing and all that, things you don't do in your own home, because they learn it from other children, different children in the same class, or the children learn bullying from school. And that is why whenever I notice that my children are bullying each other, I stop them immediately. And I don't understand why parents are still putting themselves in that school. And when I say the school should be closed, and somebody came under my comment section to try to, blackmail me. So I'm going to play the mother's, recent video, and the last video for those people who did not follow up the story, and then what the Lagos State government did through the Ministry of Education. It's really very annoying how somebody will give birth to a child, her first child, and then you take the child's life and you are trying to make excuses. Keep watching, guys.
My child was electrocuted to what this school did. She said she doesn't know. They came to my house on Saturday, 2 days after she died. My husband told them, "We have been hearing rumors of electrocution. Can you please help us investigate it?" What casket? I've accepted my fate. Let me go and bury my child in peace. Let me return her to her maker in complete peace. Please tell me what happened to my child. They kept on, but instead of them to do that, what they did was they kept on pushing that narrative of she was sick on so and so dates. She was sick. We've not been told to brought lawyers. Why are you carrying lawyers up and down? It was confusing. The day they came to my house, they came with a lawyer. My baby died. I was at the health center crying. The third house marched. I didn't see my child. I said, she's in Pines, which is greenhouse. I said, maybe she's among the Queen's entourage, because I remember she mentioned that she's among the entourage of the Queen or King out at this side. I said, I know. I just want to check on my daughter. He said, okay. I went in there and I saw some students there. And I asked a boy there, please. Meanwhile, before I got to that across, and Harvey, she was not sick in any form. If she was sick, I would never allow her leave the house. If she was sick, if she had even minor headache, she was looking forward to the inter-house sport. Why was she not there? Why did my daughter her picture? And he said, this is the girl that fell. I said, what? What happened to her? Why would my child fall? She hasn't done anything strenuous. She wasn't sick. She hasn't done any activity. What is going on? Girl, in peace and let it go. Please tell me what happened to my child. They are not saying anything to me. They are saying, oh, she's slumped. Milo money. How many I get? How many I get? So I go take one, they play. What happened to Whitney Adeniro? This is my first fruit on earth. Me, Loyuri. Oh, you are going to me Kilo Shele, some mommy. Nobody could give me an answer. And let me state, my child was not taken to a hospital.
This girl and year 8, her name is Whitney, and let's just say that like we're not really friends and stuff. So they went for inter-house sports, and in my old school, for inter-house sports, you like just disappeared. Nobody knew her. She just disappeared. Napoli was on her, and then they took her to the back. and they took her to the hospital. Like, this thing, it's actually really scary, and I seriously can't believe that happened to somebody, and that someone can be.
All the humiliation, all the insults that we received, I said, I owe it to my daughter for the world to know this. I promised you guys all the humiliation, all the insults that we received. I said, I owe it to my daughter for the world to know this. I promised you guys. My child was electrocuted to what this school did. What casket? I've accepted my fate. Let me go and bury my child in peace. Let me return her to her maker in complete peace. Please tell me what happened to my child. They kept on all the humiliation, all the insults that we received.